כל השנה הלכות בכל יום, בעזרת השם, מובטח לו שהוא בן הבא. בעזרת השם, we'll be learning today. Today is already 19th of Elul. The time is flying. Time is flying. 19th of Elul. And this is Tuesday, the third day of the week of Parashat Nitzavim Vayelech. No, thank you. I had already. So we're going to be discussing today two mitzvot. Mitzvah number 583, where relatives are not allowed to be participating as witnesses in the court. And mitzvah number 590, where you're not allowed to be tipping scales in a court for gerim or against gerim, or helping orphans or against orphans. Okay, as we'll see right now. Let's see, that's the mitzvah that's sponsored today. Lulu Nishmat, Moshe ben Rachel, Aaron ben Moshe. Aaron ben Moshe, we said. ולהבדיל לרפואה שלמה לכל חולי עמו ישראל בכללם ליעקב בן רחל, ניסים בן שמחה, שלמה בן שמחה, יוסף בן שמחה, אברהם בן שרה, אהוד בן יוסף, שמעון סוויסה, יש לך שם שחור עדיין, חיה בת לאה, יוסף חיים במפרד, מצקן יוסף במפרד, יעקב ישראל דניאל בן אג'לה לרפואה שלמתם. We have another little bishmat. Esther but Ariel Netanyan. Baruch Hashem. God Hashem, the limud should help everybody, all those that need it, especially us, those that are learning, especially we need more la'alot b'kedusha. Mitzvah number 589. שנמנעו מלקבל עדות הקרובים כצאתן על קצתן. We're completely prohibited to take any testimony whatsoever when it involves relatives. And it says in Dvarim chapter 24, Pasuk 16, לא יומתו אבות על בנים, ובנים לא יומתו על אבות. You're not allowed to punish the children of fathers because of the children, and children cannot be punished because of the fathers. What does that mean? ובזה הפירוש המקובל. And everybody, this is the most prevalent explanation on this pasuk. Lo yomtu avod be'edut banim. What that means is that fathers cannot be punished, but from the testimony of the sons. Velo banim be'edut avod, and especially also the sons can even be punished from the testimony of the fathers. Vehu adin, and there's also involved curtails the following. But in the name amonot, she'en ma'amenina keruvim k'tzatan al k'tzatan. Same thing in reference to monetary cases, not just capital punishments, even monetary. The Beit Din cannot accept testimony of witnesses of relatives. The omnam, relative means anybody that is going to be pasul. What's his name? Anybody that you cannot marry, and all the what's his name? All your relatives that you cannot marry. Well, you don't know what a relative is? So your relatives that you can't marry. That's what we're talking about.
You can marry?
Can you marry your brother or sister? So that's it. Next. Omnam, Niskar. Can somebody marry his mother? No. Marry his brother? No. So those are relatives that he cannot testify against them. Rabbi Moshe. V'yivrach HaKohen. Hashem rachem lana. All right. Omnam. Niskar zeh b'dinei nefashot. Right? Even though it's mentioned in reference to with relationships with capital punishment. Omnam niskar zeh b'dinei nefashot al tzad haguzma. That was only by HaKadosh Baruch Hu telling you to the final, even to that state, right? שלא נאמר אחר שזה עבדת נפש לא נחשוד בו הקרוב אבל נעשה בעדותו אחר שעדותו היא לעבד נפש קרובו. As we understand that even that far, that Hashem, why did Hashem speak about capital punishment? Because people will say, really, people don't want to kill their relatives. Nobody wants to kill their relatives. Other they want to save their relatives. So, now he's coming and telling us that this is what the relative did. It must be true. Even though most people are protective of their relatives, and now it's going to sound very strange. This guy came and testifying against his relatives, so if people will take it more seriously. So Torah tells you no. So you might think only, maybe what about fathers and mothers? I mean fathers and children. Maybe that's only that is going to be asur. הוא הדין לקצת מן הקרובים האחרים. No, it involves everybody. Sisters, brothers, cousins. אבל הזכיר בנים ואבות על דרך משל. However, the Torah only mentioned the fact that the fathers and sons, that's just a mashal, that's an example. משל שהן אוהבים מאוד זה את זה. Even in that case, where there is such a great love between the father and son, still. ואמר שגם אלו אינם נאמנים זה על זה, לחיוב, ואין צריך לומר לפטור. Obviously, everybody says, we don't even have to tell you that to exempt them, you're not allowed to listen to them. But even if they come to the Mechayev, still you're not allowed to listen.
So if you have the judge, he can judge his son.
That's right. No, of course not. The only time that the judge could judge his son is the Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Only on Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, our father is judging us. That's the only time. No father, no physical father could control himself. So it doesn't matter whether it's for good or for bad. Maybe the son drove him nuts all his life, and he knows the son is a troublemaker. Some people have sons as gangsters. What are you going to do?
You have to take care of his son. Yeah.
No.
His point.
He can't take care of his son. The son ran away. He's a gangster.
Yeah, I know.
What is he do?
When I see the Rabbanim, the son, they're good. No good. What are you going to do?
Right now, today, that's the generation. Yeah, it's a big makkah. Big makkah. We have children that are of derech Hashem Erachem. What are you going to do? והוא הדין לקצת מן הקרובים כמו שבאה אלינו הקבלה בהן. As it says, also involves all other relatives. ובדיני המצווה נזכר אותם בעזרת השם. So we're just going to mention more in detail what are some rules later on. מרשם המצווה לפי שעיקר כל ענייני בני אדם תלויים בעדות אנשים בחניין שכתבתי בפתיחת הספרי. Again, let's understand that most people, the whole community exists because of what? Because of the testimonies. That's how Yishuv is settled. That's how people live together. That if there is a testimony, it comes and clarifies. ועל כן רצה המקום להרחיק ממנו לבלתי לעשות דין בין בן אדם רק לעדות החזק אמיתי נקי מכל חשד. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu, obviously we understand why he made this mitzvah. People should not be suspecting other people. ולחיזוק עניין זה, הרחיק כל עדות הקרובים, אף בחיוב. HaKadosh Baruch Hu specifically because he wants to make sure that there is nobody people talking, people like to talk. So in order to prevent people from talking, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, even the relatives, says, you know what, even the most beloved, even for punishing person, not allowed to be involved. פן תתפשט הרגל עדותן זה על זה, לקבלו אף לזכות. What Hashem was afraid, if you're going to come and allow father and son to testify against each other for chova, even though for chova, you want that chova, you want to punish a person, you did rasha, right, to get rid of the evil. If you're going to come and allow that, in the end, we're going to allow for good things to happen. No, for good testimony also. What happened? The son is going to be blamed that he did avirah of something, and then the father will come and protect his son. So if you're going to allow this, why shouldn't you allow that? So Hashem says, nothing. בעניין הזה הוא מדרכי התורה השלמה, שתרחיק לעולם המכשלות והדברים הקרובים להימצא בהם החזק על בני אדם. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu, with his greatness and his love to his nation, he comes with mitzvot to completely disintegrate, completely annihilate such a concept of chas v'shalom that there should be revolt amongst people. So he wants only shalom, only good things for us, and make it stronger the community. ועוד נמצא לנו תועלת אחר בדבר, we have another additional good thing coming out. כי מהיות הקרובים שוכנים תמיד זה אצל זה, ישיבתם וקיימתם יחד. Most people, the relatives, they live together. That's why they call relatives. אי אפשר להן להינצל שלא יקטוטטו זה עם זה לפעמים. You can't have that the relatives cannot fight. Yeah, they fight all the time sometimes, yeah? ואילו יאמינו בעדותן זה על זה, אולי בכעס תמיד אלו תעלה המתם לפי שעה, ויבואו לפני הדיין ויחייבו את ראשם למלך. So therefore what? Because they're always next to each other, they might fight. So maybe how do you know that he's not angry? Maybe he's angry. Maybe that's why he came to the judge. and he wants to be Marshin on his relative to the king, and the king will punish him. Maybe it's just because of the fight. It's not true even. וכשוך החמה כמעט שיחנוק עצמו הקרוב מדאגתו על קרובו ועל מעשהו לכל דרכי השם ישרים. I remember, people don't remember. We must talk about it. I remember turning on the radio, the Jewish radio station in New York. This was Rubashkin was sitting in jail, let's say 1809. So this is 2007 or 2009. I don't remember exactly the year. 2007, 2008. And there was on the radio talking, about Rubashkin. That he was arrested, and it came out from the talk show host that they were against Rubashkin. Against Rubashkin, that he did something wrong. They were very unhappy the way that the U.S. They released the report of the arrest, and there were a lot of charges, and the radio was they talked very bad against Rubashkin. So I was listening to this. I said, okay, listen, if the guy did it, he did it. He's punished. So I said, if this is true what they're saying, then the person should get punished, right? Oy vavoy, oy vavoy. In the end, it was all a lie. The whole thing was a lie. Okay? But the problem is we, the Jews, said, okay, if that's the case, the guy deserves to be punished. We're relatives. We were not supposed to say anything. But because we opened our mouths, and because this radio talk show was looking, and I myself, I said, if that's the case, then what can you do? And then we all suffered. He got punished by the Goyim. Not maximum. Nobody ever got punished maximum for this crime. The most somebody got, the crime that they found him guilty on, max, somebody got in jail 24 months, max. And they put him for 27 years away, this Rashaim. So here, this is what the rabbi says. When the relatives get involved, and the relatives could do it out of anger, but then in the end, what they're going to do? They're going to fight to take him out from the hands of a goy. Says here the rabbi the same thing. We will be testifying to take revenge on our relative because we're angry, out of anger, and then in the end, we're going to spend all the money. You know how much money we spend? The community, the Jewish community. Forget about the fact that they stole all the money from him, this Rashaim in the government, all the confiscations, they killed his business and everything, Mr. Rubashkin. But in the end, we paid for it. The Jewish nation came and paid for it. But that's what he's talking about here. What do you want to say?
I heard this story. Trump, they take him out. He used to be in jail.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, Rubashkin. Yeah. Then came President Donald Trump. He needed to make sure that everybody thinks he's a good guy. So he freed the Jew. He freed the Jew. And in the end, all we know is that what? Trump is a faker. It's all a fake. It's all part of this of the same group. Huh? מדינה מצווה, מה שאמרנו זכרונו לברכה, שאין פסוק קרובים ממדינת תורה, אלא קרובים ממשפחת אב בלבד. The truth of the matter is, only the family of the father are not good. All the side of the father is not kosher to be a dude from the Torah. And so from the mother side, it's all going to be, if you have a half brother from the mother side, that will be midrabanan. So let's see just quickly. ועובר על זה, וקיבל עדות קרוב שאין ראוי להעיד, ודן על פי עדותו, עבר עליו זה. If you listen to the judges listen to the testimony of a witness who was a relative, they broke this mitzvah. Mitzvah isur in the Torah. ואין לו קין עליו, ולפי שאין בו מעשה. But there is no lashes because there is no מעשה. בעזרת השם, you could go if you want. Mitzvah number 590. שלא להטות משפט גר או יתום. So we're prohibited to tip scales, שנמנע הדיין מהעלים עין להטות דין הגר או היתום. So a judge is not allowed to tip scales for orphan or for a widow or for a ger. לא תטה משפט גר יתום. As it says in chapter 24 דברים, פסוק 17, לא תטה משפט גר יתום. Don't tip the scales, okay? בעניין הטיית המשפט, what does that mean? כתבתי למעלה בסדר קידושין. I already explained to you, mitzvah number 233 about tilting the scales ומשפטים, and also mitzvah number 81. צריך לפי עניין הספר וכך ננו משם. Again, we already explained that the yeshuv, the settlement of a community, cannot be sustained if you have the judges are corrupt and they're tilting. It could work both ways. He could either have mercy on the ger or mercy on the orphan, but that's not allowed. You're not allowed to. Another instance, a person could be achzar, could be very harsh illegally, not appropriately to the ger, to convert, or to orphan, because they have nobody to protect them. So we know that's part of the conditions of having a settlement and amongst the Jewish people. ועובר על זה והיטה משפט הגר עובר משני להבין, a person who is חס ושלום does misjudgment for a convert or for an orphan, he gets two sins. והאחד זה הנזכר כאן. והלא לא תעשה all במשפט, don't do עוול במשפט. It says don't be untruthful in the judgment. הנזכר בסדר שתהיו, okay? ואם היה גר ויתום עובר בשלושה. But what happens if it's a ger and it happens to be also an orphan? So the person will be prohibited. He will in one person he will break three mitzvot. Echad mishum ger. One is because he's a convert. Mishum yatom, also because he's a orphan, and also shenizkar l'kan. Echad mishum lo ta'asu avel b'mishpat. And one is because it says you're not allowed to be unfair in the judgment. Bikar azara v'zeh en safek shehi al ha'anashim. This is talking about specifically male, because they are the ones who are judging and not women. However, a woman are also a part of this prohibition. Meaning, if somehow a woman became a justice in the American system, like we have unfortunately this Williamsburg girl lady, a Hasidic lady, a religious so-called, and she's a justice in some court in New York. She's promoted that high. And if Chas v'Shalom she deviates, if they tell her, oh, this guy is an orphan, he grew up in a bad neighborhood, and all those things, if she does not fairly judges with her heart, as she will be prohibited. She will be breaking this avera from the Torah. And B'ezrat Hashem, have a wonderful day.